The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. And, Charles, you look at this defense, they were a very loose group coming into the week, knowing they kind of had the upper hand going into this one, taking on a team that hasn't won in a month and a half.
And that works well for you if you establish your dominance early in the game against a team that's struggling. But if somehow they fashion some plays together early, knock them back on their heels, that looseness can be used against them. Then they're trying to scramble to make sure they get their game right.
Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And now they'll throw it with Lawrence.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Lawrence will throw.
And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
Here's Tyler Newsome now.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there, and he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Shotgun now for Lance.
That'll be complete to Allen Lazard. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lance.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Romeo Okwara able to run him down for a 15-yard loss, and it will be 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started.
They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Play action. It's Lawrence. That's complete to DK Metcalf. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series...
Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play that time for Cleveland. Here we go now on 1st and goal. Chubb. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
It's a nice second effort we just saw there. So I'm trying to get to the end zone, but a lot of times near the goal line, that second effort can lead to disaster. Make sure you hold on to the football because there's going to be guys swarming when you're carrying it.
On 2nd and goal, Lawrence flush to his right. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by DJ Reed. And the Niners are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Lance now on 1st down. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level. The quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you could see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. A give running right is Chubb. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Here's Tyler Newsome now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And they will get to this one and down it at the 13-yard line. At their own 13-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. The result's not great thus far. A punt on the first drive and an interception last time out.
Now, let's face it, every team wants to come out on the field and play with some confidence, play with some tempo, play with some rhythm. And when you're making those types of mistakes, you're not getting any of that put together.
So what do you say, time to get back to the basics for them?
In a lot of ways, yes, but the biggest one, of course, is finding people who will take care of the football and make a few plays. You've got to have a drive now that calms down the entire team.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, there's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
On 2nd and 10, Lance. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. Flushed out right. Checks this one down. It's Mitchell. And some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play there on the catch and run.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right. And after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. He'll swing that out to Edmonds. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Again, it's Lance. And that'll be caught by Tony. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes a...
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And the Brownsons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. Chubb will have the first down and much more. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. 47 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only they're controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the strain, the next 2 to 3 seconds to continue to move people.
A run for Nick Chubb. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
On 2nd and 12, Lawrence. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big 3rd down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Lawrence. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out.
Safety Grant Delpit up to make the play. 2nd and 9. To throw, it's Lance. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Lance going to throw. That's out to the flat for Edmonds.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down. Here's Lance to throw it. They'll run the screen with Mitchell.
A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down.
Good call there on 1st down. And, Brandon, I'm getting better over the years at not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
From just shy of midfield, Lance. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 38-yard line.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Lance now on 1st down.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10. Lance looks to throw again.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by John Johnson.
Boy, Charles, that is now 3 interceptions in 3 consecutive drives, and you can see he's just got a look of disgust and bad body language, understandably, as he walks off the field.
And I think it comes from the fact that he's not sure what he sees down the field, Brandon. I don't know if he's seeing ghosts. I don't know if he just can't read defenses. I'm not sure what it is, but that's why he's frustrated. And think about the defense right now. Every time
he's got a man complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. And that looked almost to be the case of, quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And I'm telling you, nothing will let up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And that ball traveling 68 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And they're not going to get the kick off in time. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. try it again now after the 5-yard walk-off. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Final adjustments being made in the locker room. We're just about set for the second half from Cleveland. And to bring it your way, we go back up to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Now Lance.
Flush to his right. Here's a diving catch right side.
And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Throwing on first down is Lance.
Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside. And he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Lance now to throw.
Eluding the pressure right. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
So it's a turnover there on the lost fumble, and this third quarter could not really have started worse.
goes.
I think that's a great observation because this was a close game at the half. They gave up the touchdown the opening drive. Now they turn over the football. This game, it can get away from them pretty quickly if their defense doesn't step up right here.
Following the fumble recovery. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Anthony Barr able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Chubb will get the call running left, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. Now Lawrence. They're going for Jefferson downfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play that time for Cleveland.
Sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And he made that look effortless, didn't he? I mean, he's had a great game throwing the football. This is going to add to his yardage total in a big way. It's one thing to be accurate on your short and intermediate throws, but when you're hitting the bombs like those, look out.
And that throw, amazingly, well over 70 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. Wow.
2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
8 yards to go on second down. Now Lawrence to throw.
Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. T.J. Hockenson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns add on to their lead.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the second half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes, and while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes our score 17-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Well, this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, They've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that what he had symptomatic?
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Greg Newsome.
And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line.
Things just kind of continuing to unravel for them here in the second half. They take the shot downfield, but this defense, once again, up to the task.
Well, this is where you think about the old phrase, desperate times call for desperate measures, because they've got nothing on the scoreboard, and they're just trying to get something, anything to go their way. But in this case, they turn the ball over.
Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
Third quarter action. Appreciate you joining us from Cleveland, Ohio. 2nd and 10.
It's complete. He's got Gronk. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Running for it. Here's Chubb. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time, 1-play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
To throw again on 2nd down.
Lance will dump that one off to Mitchell.
And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter.
Lance looking to throw it.
The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And all the way to the opposite 49-yard line. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Shotgun now for Lance.
The 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's brought down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Mitchell. And he is going to lose yardage here.
Mitchell again.
And he's not going to push his way forward. He's going to be stopped at the 2-yard line. On 3rd down, Mitchell. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. They'll try and run for it. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Elijah Mitchell with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Niners are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter.
All right, so this one not quite over yet. Back to a 2-score game, CD.
Yeah, and you've still got 4+ minutes to go, so when you think about comebacks, it's happened before. Now, it hasn't happened often, but you've got to think to yourself, let's be the next great comeback story and play this one out.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball. How about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. Slide, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
They go play action now. Lawrence
going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart.
And the 49ers are right back in this football game.
Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
You know, as a defensive guy, I don't normally do this, Brandon, but a tip of the cap to the offensive coordinator. Design quarterback run at this stage of the 4th quarter when I expected him to throw the ball, and he got a 1st down.
Yeah, trailing this stage of the 4th quarter. Picked up the 1st, stopped the clock too.
Yeah, sometimes there's some guts in play calling when you go against the grain because you know you could easily be criticized if it doesn't work out.
And Lance again going to keep it. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
And now they'll throw with Lance.
Got a man, that's Lazard. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off.
Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
And they run the option on 2nd down.
And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown.
Trey Lance
keeping it himself from 8 yards out.
And the Niners have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Defensively by now, you know his ability. You know he has it in him to take off and run.
Yeah, because they knew coming into this game, but we've already seen examples in this contest. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Browns drive about to get started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
Hey, Charlie.
On play action, Lawrence. And he's got this to Jefferson.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart.
And the Niners are right back in this football game.
Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed the quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. They'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
He'll look to throw. And he's got it. What a catch. catch on the sideline. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A big connection on that one. 37 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Back to throw. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch.
Wow, I know it's a never say never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish him off.
The score that puts him in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
They'll try and throw for it. And no, incomplete. They can't convert. So they tried to bump the lead up to a field goal. Instead, it stays at 1 here in the 4th. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you get a decision. Are you in field goal range or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. He's back to throw. He'll find Metcalf. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. That catch good for only a couple. Back to throw. He'll let it go deep for Freeman. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
How many people watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
Eluding the pressure right. And no, it's incomplete. So they can't convert for 2, but they still have the lead as we get toward the end of the 4th. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Lance. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. One final shot now. I'm not even sure he can get it to the end zone, though, from this distance.
That's going to take as much arm as he has, and you actually have to plan for the contingency. Maybe you're playing a tip. Try and get someone down who can tip it up and keep it for your own team and try and get to the end zone that way.
Now they do indeed get the timeout, so all is not lost. They'll have a chance for one final heave to the end zone. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. One final try now for Lance. Flush to his right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And now here's another interception. Picked out by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the Browns are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for Cleveland, it's a rare victory for them as they get that record back to 3-7. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, it's a bit of a setback as they drop to 6-4 now. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Pittsburgh Steelers.